So I'm waiting to pick up one of Ava's prescriptions, my daughter's prescriptions. It's been a very hard day. We got up and I went to church, walked from the car in, and then from the church back to the car. And then when I got home, I noticed there was a little bit of dog hair on the floor and we probably needed to vacuum. So I tried to vacuum vacuum and sweep the floors for about 30 minutes max. And I couldn't do it anymore. My legs were hurting so much, and it was incredibly frustrating. And I'm not a neat freak. I just want to make my family meals and be able to clean up afterwards, or to be able to sweep my house once at the beginning of the day without getting in so much pain that I have to sit down. I'm 44 and I can't do anything but sit. And maybe it's because I've been doing a little more pet sitting. Last week I was supposed to go skate, but I got a call, hey, and my friend is she has hip problems herself, and so she's trying to work out and wants someone to watch her dog while she works out. And you have to, not only did I want her to work out, but you have to go when there's work if you're trying to start something new, which is kind of what we thought about pet sitting. We could, well, at least I'm sitting and the kids could walk the dog for me. So I've spent more days doing that than just working on the one thing that seems to give me pain relief, which is skating. Also, I've been spending more time trying to get in to see doctors and phone calls and trying to get my records so that someone here will see me and tell me whether it's the metal being released that's causing me pain every time I stand. I don't know what it is, but I have kids that I would like to care for, and I have a husband who does everything he can. I would like to make him food when he gets home from work and not have him have to clean up and then start on all our family's laundry. But it doesn't seem like that's an option right now. So I guess what I'll do is whenever I'm forced to sit, I will make a video about it and let people know that though I appear a completely healthy person, and I'm not taking drugs for this, because if you don't know, if it's not a short-term thing, that's not really the answer. And I don't even feel right about taking Advil or Tylenol a couple times a day for it, because that's bad for your liver. So, the only thing I have to do is to sit down when I hurt like this, which is just all the time. And if it is because of a bad product, if that's, what's going on here is my body's just, creating pseudo tumors to try to encapsulate the metal fragments. If they knew this in 2005 and kept these things on the market and kept promoting them to doctors, that's so wrong. It's so wrong. And my family shouldn't have to suffer because of that. That's just wrong. So, the more I find other people who have these same kind of hips, and they explain that just like me, the doctor said, oh, the hips are fine, x-rays look good, you're good. And I'm scared to death. I mean, this was the answer. Getting your hips replaced at 39 was, I mean, and I've put off getting the metal liner switched out so I wouldn't have metal ball on a metal surface creating debris or creating metal debris. I've waited to do that because I'm scared. Because the last hip surgery didn't help me. So, like, why would I get another one? So, the more people I talk to in a similar situation who say, yeah, I finally got the metal taken out because despite the doctor saying they were good hips, they weren't. But it was too late because all the metal had destroyed a lot of my tissue and bone. And it harmed my heart. I have cardiomyopathy now and kidney damage and things like that. So, I just want people to know that I had a good, productive life before this, and I'm mad. This wasn't a car crash. It wasn't an accident. If I can't walk now because somebody chose to bring back to market metal hips that, doctors knew in the 60s and 70s that they weren't good, that they caused problems for people, and if they brought these things back to market just for profit share and profit, margins, better margins, it's just wrong. It's so wrong. And I know that there's nothing probably that'll ever happen to change that companies do this, that they hear the product's bad and they don't immediately take it off the market. And then a couple more tens of thousands of us get this product. But I at least want somebody to know that it's wrong. And I'm gonna probably sit the rest of my life because they decided to keep them on the market, and because somebody decided it was good to put them in me a year after a lot of the other metal devices have been recalled. Wouldn't you reserve some judgment there? Wouldn't you say, similar devices are off the market now. Maybe I shouldn't put something similar in this young mother patient? I don't know. I'm gonna do less dog sitting next week and just pray that money falls from the sky and that somehow we'll be able to keep our family in a home, and spend next week more focused on physical activity. I don't know what the answer is. Try to get seen by a surgeon. Try to get my records, 4 years of records, going to different doctors saying, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? And try to compile all those records and get them to this doctor in town. My neighbor across the street knew him and recommended him, and so he also reached out for me on my behalf and reached out to this doctor and said, please see her, because he sees my family struggling as he watches us from across the street, and he knows that I have mobility problems and I have little kids, and he feels for us. So hopefully this doctor will eventually see me once I get all my records together, and because I've had a couple people now call him on my behalf, which is such, praise God for that.